Hello everyone, I am PyroFalkon and this is Fire Emblem Three Houses. In the last episode we cleared some bandits from the canyon, and Edelgard says it sounds familiar. The canyon sounds familiar. Let's see what's going on here. Hey, everyone's all motivated now. That's good. We just hanging out, or... Oh, good. Actually, this is a good place to make a hard save. I remember this being a peaceful place. Huh?
I wonder why it is that you recall this place. You must be weak of heart. Each time I speak, it scares you so.
You surprised me, that's all.
Although the battle's at an end, do not feel too at ease. Well, anyhow, I am quite fascinated by this place. As far as I can tell, this is your first time here.
Still, it feels familiar.
How very odd. I wonder if somehow my memories have... I must admit I am unsure. Beyond the name and this strange feeling of familiarity, I can't seem to remember anything about this place. And yet, a great depth of emotions tied to that sense of familiarity. Like joy and sorrow, pain and love, and all things in between. If I was somehow here before, I wonder what took place.
Professor? I was wondering where you were. It's about time we headed back to the monastery.
It is time to depart. But know that time reveals all things. One day I will remember that which I have lost. Oh, by the way, it seems you've earned my gratitude. The thieves who came here are no more.
Why are you grateful?
I am not sure myself, yet I am grateful all the same.
That doesn't make any
In
sense.
any case, you must become accustomed to my voice. If you fall down with shock each time I speak, that just won't do. Oh, you think you're standing strong? Of course you are. It was a jest.
Okay. None of that is creepy.
On our way out, I had the chance to observe the Red Canyon. Did you notice anything, Professor?
Sure, I did. I noticed a lot of things.
I expected as much.
Like the rocks and the dirt.
The area was covered in ruins, each more curious than the last. They did not match the architectural style of any era or culture within the Empire, or across all of Fodlan for that matter. That can only mean one thing. The Valley civilization must have flourished and fallen in the distant past, long before the Empire was established. Who do you think lived there?
A culture long since perished.
It's possible they weren't even human. Perhaps their remnants still influence this world.
So you have safely disposed of those bandits. I pray that their souls find salvation. But why did they target the students to begin with? We must further investigate the true cause of all that took place. Until we know more, I ask that you support the students and relieve them of any unnecessary worry.
I'll do all that I can, Lady Rhea.
Good. I have high expectations for you. By the way, how was your time in Xanadu? Legend has it, in ancient times, a goddess alighted upon this world in that very canyon. For a goddess from the heavens, Xanadu could only have been a temporary haven.
A goddess? Sorry, Lady Rhea, you're putting me to sleep.
Long ago, The divine Seros received a revelation from the goddess, a gift to help guide the lost. The goddess is always watching over Fodlan from her kingdom above. However, in ancient times, the goddess graced this world with her presence and offered salvation to the people here. She is the mother of all life, the arbiter of every soul.
My father never told me that.
I see. During your time here, I pray that you come to devote yourself to the teachings of Seros.
Lady Rhea, I am sorry to interrupt. There is something I must ask about in regard to those bandits.
As you wish. We shall continue our discussion when next we meet.
A goddess? I have no memory of her. But then, I have no memory at all. Oh, how bothersome. It is as though I know, and yet I don't. Perhaps Xanadu was my home back when the goddess walked the land. If so, what does that make me now? A ghost?
You're asking the wrong silent protagonist there, Sothis.
No, that cannot be. I am most certainly alive. Of course, we also have the mystery of why I'm here with you. Is it somehow connected? Perhaps some past regret is stopping me from moving on, and now I'm forced to stay with you instead. No, that's not it. I can't believe in such a meaningless existence.
Between Linhardt and Sothis, I can't take all the yawning. I'm going to pass out. Why do I have 3 save files? Oh, right. This is my perma-save. This is my temp save. Okay.
Part 1. White Clouds. Garland Moon. Mutiny in the Mist.
Still love that dude's voice.
When the warm winds blow from the sea to the south of Dorothea, residents of Fodlan know that the rainy season is upon them. Before the heavy rains take their toll, young women hurry to pick the last of the white roses. The ivory buds are woven into garlands and given as gifts to close friends or potential lovers.
There are new places to explore. And we got $5,000. Even better.
Professor, I have a new mission for your students.
We have received reports that Lord Lonato has rallied troops against the Holy Church of Seros.
Who is Lord Lonato? Even though I think Caspar already mentioned him.
Lord Lonato is a minor lord of the kingdom. He's been showing hostility toward the church for some time now.
A vanguard unit from the Knights of Seros is already on its way to his stronghold, Castle Caspar. Lord Lonato's army is nothing compared to the Knights. It is quite possible the rebellion has already been suppressed.
Even so, I would like for your class to travel with the Knights' rear guard to deal with the aftermath.
War zones are unpredictable. We do not expect you will have cause to battle, but be prepared for the worst.
Excuse me. You sent for me, Lady Rhea?
This is Catherine. She will be leading the knights whom you will be accompanying.
Nice to meet you. We've heard a lot about you. If you need anything, just ask.
She is one of our bravest knights, and that is no small feat. Only an exceptional few have what it takes to join the Knights of Seros. This mission should prove useful in demonstrating to the students how foolish it would be to ever turn their blades on the church.
Well, there's a foreshadow. Also, I love Catherine's voice. But I'm sure nothing bad will happen here. Catherine's going to be a friend. It's Sylvan's birthday. Who's Sylvan? Oh, isn't he the ladies' man? Sure, here's some flowers for you, buddy. And another free week. Okay, so another long time skip for me. Playing online lets you see the behaviors of other players around the world. Okay. I don't care. Yeah, another long time skip for me. So, hold on to your butts, everybody. I suppose before we go to the school, I have some supports to work through. We've got Edelgard with, 3 of them. Is that... And one for... Okay, well, we'll run through them. Edelgard with Hubert. Their C support first.
Sometimes I wonder if your life could have taken you down a different path. If you had never met me and entered my service, you might have had a more peaceful...
A more tedious path. Inconsequential and spoiled rotten, like so many other nobles? Never. My duty to you is no mere obligation. I chose this. I had thought that would be obvious to you.
I understand you well. Better than anyone. But when I see you at the monastery, studying with the others, it makes me wonder what kind of life you might have had without me. That's all.
Such a life may have had its appeal. I thought I'd left my years of carefree innocence behind me. But I cannot deny that I find myself enjoying my time at the monastery.
I feel the same way.
That enjoyment, however, is only thanks to you. Standing by your side is all that truly matters to me.
I see. Then I won't speak of such things again. If it's really what you want, I'll gladly keep you by my side. The path I must walk is soaked in blood. It's a path that can lead to madness, can snatch away one's future, and can even take one's life. And the pool of blood at my feet is growing larger. Those stains can never be washed clean.
Please leave the violence to me. A leader must be seen as pure, above the fray. Allow me to paint the path that lies before you red with the blood of your enemies. I will do it gladly.
I cannot get the nickname Captain Simp out of my head now. Damn it, Akamura. Okay, Edelgard and Ferdinand's C support.
You came at just the right time, Edelgard.
Is that so?
Yes, I have a story for you. It's about a pair of nobles living about 100 years after the founding of the Adrestian Empire. One was Derek von Eyre. People called him the Warrior Prime Minister. He bravely led soldiers into battle and mowed down his enemies. And the other
was the Emperor of the time. She wagered the throne in a duel against Derek and won. Why don't we do what our ancestors did and have a little duel ourselves? That's what you were going to say. But the answer is no.
You interrupted me! The Warrior Prime Minister used a dramatic line to propose the duel, and you did not allow me to say it!
My apologies, Ferdinand.
Well, at any rate, you were correct in surmising that I was about to challenge you. But you were rather blunt in your refusal.
Ferdinand, control yourself. When will you tire of challenging me in pointless competitions?
I can quit now if you insist on it. I will not challenge you again.
You expect me to believe that?
Why do you look so surprised? Of course it is not a valid duel unless both parties are willing. Now that you have refused outright, I must come up with some other way of getting that which I seek.
I'm afraid to ask what you could possibly mean by that.
Only that I will find some other way of showing everyone that I am superior to you. Huh. I will write a handbill listing your accomplishments, alongside my own more impressive accomplishments. Copyists will produce thousands of these pamphlets and distribute them far and wide. Then everyone will know about my...
This has to stop. Perhaps I should have ended things with a duel after all.
Poor Edelgard. It just occurred to me I won't be able to see my supports with the characters I bought their supports for, so I won't be able to see Mercedes C or any of Felix's. I don't think there's a way to re-watch those cutscenes, so... Whoops. Oh well. Edelgard with Dorothea.
Hey, 80. Uh-oh, you're scowling again.
You're going to get wrinkles all over that cute face of yours if you don't smile more.
Hello, Dorothea. I was just lost in thought. There are so many things to be done. To think of them makes my head ache sometimes. So many nobles of the Empire are utterly useless. When I am Emperor, I intend to appoint only those who can actually be useful. It doesn't matter if they're of noble or common birth.
Noble or common, eh? Can you really do that? I mean, not that I don't agree. I'd make all those nobles vanish if I could.
It's not a question of can or cannot. All that matters is doing it and doing it right. The nobility system has only been around for 1,200 years. The concept didn't exist before that.
Only 1,200 years, huh? You always say such preposterous and extraordinary things, Amy. Yet somehow you actually make it work for you. It's like you're a character from an opera.
A character from an opera? If an opera is made about my life someday, I wonder how I'll be portrayed. The revolutionary who guided the Empire to a new dawn, or the foolish ruler who took her revolution too far?
Well, that all sounds pretty violent. But either way, it would make an incredible opera. Do you figure it'd be a grand action piece full of combat and strife? Or would you prefer a somber political drama?
Hail the mighty Edelgard, the red blood stains her story. Heavy as her crown may be, she will lead us all to glory. To a brighter dawn we shall carry on. Hail Edelgard!
That's quite enough, Dorothea. I'm starting to feel more than a little embarrassed. Lovely as your voice is, let's just hope that any operatic productions about me are still a ways off.
Man, Dorothea has a good set of pipes on her. Curious if the voice actor did her own singing on that. Alright, Caspar and Dorothea's C support.
Oh, Caspar, just who I was hoping to see. I have a tiny little request if you have time to help me.
I'm always happy to help. What can I do for you?
That is exactly what I was hoping to hear. Would you mind coming along to my room?
Your room? Okay. This isn't what I had in mind.
Come on, a big, strong guy like you. This is easy. Lift up the cabinet, please. I need to dust behind it.
There's still more to do. Why do you care so much about keeping this place clean? It's just a dorm room.
Were you raised in a stable? Leaving this place a mess wouldn't be fair to the next person who uses it. In fact, I think once we're done with this room, we should clean up your room as well.
Yeah, I don't think so. I have some actual training to do.
Oh, come to think of it, I have a date myself. The fella I'm seeing has quite a charming face, rich family, and I assume a tolerable personality.
Don't you get tired of spending time with all these guys who have tolerable personalities?
Oh, it gets tedious at times. You must listen to them talk, for one thing. But it's important for my future.
That's how I see my training. I guess it's pretty much the same thing.
It's not.
Don't know if that's a comparison you really want to make.
Why not? Seems about right to me. Sure, I'm a noble, but I'm also a second son. I don't have anything coming to me. Why do you think I'm always training so much? I need to prove myself on the battlefield if I plan on making it anywhere in this world. I know you don't have noble status or wealth, so you're putting in the effort to marry well, right? See? Pretty much the same thing.
I suppose. It would be nice if everyone saw it that way. Well then, Caspar, I need to get ready for my date. Shall we both agree to work hard for our futures?
Absolutely. I just hope our efforts are worth it.
Aw, budding friendships. I believe that is... Yep, that is supports for everybody. So now I get to go and actually mess around in the school for a hot minute.
I've heard whispers about Lord Lonato. They say he's a very kind and gentle lord.
Why would such a kind man suddenly raise an army? Oh, Professor, you were working late last night, weren't you? You shouldn't overdo it. A ghost might rise up from the well to get you if you stay up too late. Or so I'm told.
Mercedes has a quest for us, but before I do that, I'm going to try to recruit her. If I can't recruit her, I do have mission assistance. This was just unlocked. I can take one student from another house and temporarily bring them into mine for the rest of the month. I don't get any experience out of it, but I will get support. So if I can't flip her now.
Oh, you want me to join your class?
Let's see if she'll take the offer.
I'm already having so much
Nope. Okay, that's fine. She wants magic and bow. Oh, right. That's why I was working on that. Shut up. So instead, maybe I shouldn't tell you to shut up if I'm asking for a favor. But anyway, why don't you help us out this month? Oh, that's just guaranteed, I guess. Okay, good. So we can start working on support with Mercedes and hopefully get her to flip soon. This is pretty much going to be the support episode because after that week of working with everyone, I've got even more supports. The little white bits means that I can't do anything about it yet. I'll be able to talk to them eventually, but we can at least look at Linhardt's support with Dorothea.
I do believe a nap is in order.
Ah, this is lovely. Just feel that breeze.
Dorothea, whatever are you doing here?
I was thinking of relaxing here, but it looks as if someone else is lounging in my spot already. Taking a nap in public like this? Really, Lynn. The nobles look down on such behavior.
You do know I am of noble birth.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just teasing. You never do act very noble, though. Why is that?
Each person must follow their own way. This is how I prefer to live. Even if some of the more pretentious nobles like to poke fun at my ways.
Doesn't that bother you? I mean, really? It doesn't hurt your pride or anything?
What use is pride? It doesn't feed nor clothe you. It offers no warmth on a cold night.
First time I've heard a noble say something like that.
Well, most nobles are... oh, what is the polite way to say it? Fools. Yes, they are fools. As for myself, my father is the Minister of Domestic Affairs, and he has pride enough for the both of us. For example, did you know he and the Minister of Military Affairs cannot get along, although they value each other greatly? His pride gets in the way, so he can't make amends. That is why there is discord between civil ministers and military officers in the Empire. And so pride serves no good purpose in politics either. So tell me, what use is it?
I wonder if bad blood between civil and military leaders is somewhat unavoidable. The Minister of Domestic Affairs is in charge of all civil officials, so if they just give in easily, their subordinates would lose respect, right? I get the feeling that if your pride isn't equal to the responsibility you bear, then you aren't fit to lead. Also, I happen to think pride can be quite charming.
And how necessary is charm? It just gets in the way of living your life.
If you lack charm, nobody will give you a second glance.
Right, which means more time for napping.
Lynn, you can't really believe what you're saying, can you?
I suppose that's the only one I've got for right now. Everyone else will have to come in a cutscene in a later time unless they're on the map or something. Which they are not. Okay, we're done with this week. After a class, we are getting our C support with Bernadetta. Let's see how she's doing.
Thank you, Lady Bernadetta. I will take my leave.
Oh, good. Bye! Goodbye! Finally. Oh, that was awful. Just terrifying.
What's terrifying?
Please don't sneak up on me like that! That lady asked me to show her around. I tried to be polite, but strangers are just so nerve-wracking.
You never seem scared of me, though.
Oh, yeah?
how about when I first met you and I wouldn't come out of the corner, or even uncover my face? Actually, now that you mention it, it's funny. Once I started talking to you, I stopped feeling scared. I wonder why. You know, Professor, you might be the first person I've been able to speak to normally since I got here, and I have no idea why.
I'm glad regardless.
I'm happy about it too. When
Yeah,
we
we
first
just
started out here, we had to do drills. Outside. I skipped those every chance I got. It's a terrible idea going out in the forest with all these people you don't even know. Thanks to you, though, I can actually make it through class now. I'm grateful for that. I don't know what I'd do if you weren't here.
It's alright. I'll always be here for you, Bernadetta.
Sorry. I'm okay. I am okay. I'm doing just fine. I feel safe here, thanks to you.
By the way, was that you singing in the greenhouse?
What? You saw that? Why would you see that? You were watching me? That crosses a line, Professor. Singing? Me? Why would I be singing? I'd never be singing. I've never been so humiliated. Useless, worthless, unmarriageable.
Yep, Bernadetta is definitely the Akamura. Oh, now it's our turn with Ferdinand.
Hello, Professor. May I speak with you? You seem to hold Edelgard in high esteem. That is my impression, at least.
She's got a lot to learn. But luckily Edelgard is nice and innocent.
That's not what I expected you to say. You clearly have high standards. And what is your opinion of me? I am at least her equal, am I not?
No.
Be honest. Do not hold back. Pretend that I am just a regular person, not the scion of a noble house.
I have a boot for you to lick.
You think she is better than me?
Yes.
I was just being modest before. Honestly, I have always prided myself on being superior to Edelgard.
You're not.
But evidently that is not your perspective. I suppose there is only one thing to do. I must demonstrate my excellence.
I can't stop you, unfortunately.
Precisely. You cannot stop me. I will prove that you have drastically underestimated me. You think I could ignore such a slight upon my honor? Not likely. Come, Professor.
Do I have to? Alright, what do you want to show me?
Battle. Edelgard's skills in combat are no match for mine.
Okay.
I heard that just the other day, she defeated a demonic beast without assistance. Well, anything Edelgard can do, I can do better. And in half the time. Professor, you can be my eyewitness and timekeeper. Here we go! 2 at once? That's... well, it will be fine. I can't do it! It seems you have saved my life. Thank you, Professor.
I don't know why that got our support up. I'm pretty upset at him for making me dent my sword. And one more to close the episode as we go visit Linhardt.
Well, hello, Professor. You came all the way to my room to... Oh. You've brought the materials from your lecture I slept through. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Don't miss the lectures. I do not abide by tardiness.
It's not that I want to miss lectures. Exactly. Drowsiness is my arch nemesis. For some reason, I just can't seem to win against it.
Coffee.
Just talking about it makes me sleepy.
You're not motivated enough, Linhardt.
It's not that I don't have enough motivation. The problem is that I don't have any at all. Not for useless things.
Calling my lectures useless?
I must compliment you, though. By this point in most conversations, I'm bored senseless. But I'm enjoying this. I wonder why. What is it about you that fascinates me so? You're definitely a strange one.
I'm gonna smother you in your sleep. But I'm not strange. Your face is strange.
In truth, your very nature is odd. You're definitely not a commoner, but you don't seem like a noble either. You're something else. Or you could be a villain who came here to enact some evil plot. That wouldn't surprise me either.
I'm not a villain.
Hey, Professor, will you ever allow me to investigate that crest of yours?
What?
It won't hurt a bit, I swear. I'm sure I could find out all sorts of things about your crest. And you. Of course, I'm not as experienced with such research as Professor Hanneman, but I do what I can. Someday, I think I might like to become a crest scholar. You never know. Oh, don't trouble yourself. I didn't mean now. I've got a lot of other research I'm working on at the moment. I tend to start a project, get bored, and then leave it be. I might be ready to investigate your crest soon. I'd have to tidy up a bit first. On that note, good night, Professor.
Just gonna sleep standing up, huh? Alright, good night in the middle of the freaking day. Alright, so that's going to do it for today. I've got a quest to do a battle, but it's not important enough to put on screen. Ooh, 78% of the people did battle. I wonder if it's because they're doing the same one I'm doing. Anyway, that's going to do it for today. Thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you again tomorrow for another episode.